Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the career and finance energy for the sign of Aries for the month of November. Now Aries, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Aries, I do not do personal readings, so if you get a DM from somebody, that is not me, that is someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. I also do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. All right, let me make sure everything is in view. I like to do a 5-card spread here for these career and finance readings. All right, and we'll take 3 cards to clarify as we go along. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Emperor. So this is a really good sign in a career and finance reading. This is someone who is successful. This is someone who's wealthy and somebody who achieves like a good status in business. And so they're quite successful in the business realm. And so this acts as a sort of omen that good things are happening in your career or in your business life. This is the energy of authority as well. This is somebody who knows exactly what they want. They go after what they want. And with that, they command respect from people. By the way, Aries, this is the Aries sign. So I just connected that together right now. But, this could just be you showing up here on the bottom as an Aries person, you showing up here. So I do feel like this month, as it relates to your career and finance situation, is going to be all about you. Sometimes we bring in other people. There could be another person here, but by and large, I feel like this is the month that's about you, Aries, to have that show up. Now, what's interesting here is right away in the middle, for your overall message for the month, you have the Death card, but this is not a scary card. In fact, this is one of the more positive cards in the tarot when you really dig into it. But I really want to connect something here to you. The Death card is the Scorpio card, okay? And we are in the season of Scorpio for the majority of November. And Scorpios, I don't know if you know this, but are incredibly good at investing, good with finance, good at taking like a small amount and turning it into a large amount. But on a larger note, what the Death card talks about is transformation. Okay, you are moving away from the Hanged Man, which is the card that comes before it. And so you are done being suspended in air. You're done not growing. Instead, you're taking a step to make a major transformation in your life, and you're going to start growing here. And so if anything, the Death card is about its transformation, but it, on another level, can be about growth. And so there may be changes. It does say that there are changes, but they don't have to be negative. The Death card does not imply negative changes. It's a big misconception. It's the most misunderstood card in the tarot. And so you have this business card, you have this changes. Now you do have this card in the first week of the November, or the first week of, or the beginning of the month with the Tower. You have 2 feared cards in the tarot. Here's the deal. The Tower, again, the way that I like to explain this is an exposure, the exposure of an illusion, okay? This is the idea that this is like the universe stepping in and saying, you know what? Whatever it is that you're doing here, it's not working. And you need to make some changes. And there's nothing wrong with getting a reality check. That's really just what the Tower is about. It doesn't need to be dramatic. It doesn't need to be intense, even though it can sometimes be implied. It's just something that shakes you down to your foundation and asks you to reassess, because nobody wants to live in a house of cards, okay? And do keep in mind that the card that comes after the Tower is the Star. So, oftentimes things need to come to light in order for us to move on to the next stage. And that's what the Tower is about. So some maybe challenge here, we'll say, change or challenge leading to transformation. But you also here in the second week of the month, or the middle of the month, you have the Ace of Wands, which is my favorite, personally, my favorite card in the tarot. This is an incredible card of enterprise, okay? This is passionate new beginnings. This is the spark of life, side hustles. This is turning one of your passions into a full-time thing. This is on a larger note, like any sort of business or enterprise started, typically, there are no guarantees, but typically started under the energy of the Ace of Wands does pretty well. So starting something business related under this card typically is successful, especially when the Emperor is on the board as well. And so if anything, what I'm getting here from these sort of opening cards here is that you're ready for a change, and you're ready to start like getting fired up here, Aries. You're ready to start moving in a new direction in some way and making career transformations, making financial even transformations here. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because many people go through career changes throughout the course of their experience here on Earth. And I feel like some of you are going through that right now. Now, in the third week of November, or the back half of the month here, you have the Four of Cups. So this is a card, this is kind of like this is very similar to the Hanged Man, which comes before the Death card, in that this person, instead of being suspended in air, they are sitting under the tree. And they're not really growing, okay? They're discontent, they're bored. They're thinking about the Three of Cups, which is, maybe good times from the past. But really, the universe here is coming forward and saying, look, Aries, there's this new path. There's this alternative solution we're providing you. Will you take it? And for you, it's like, this is what this Death card is talking about. You're making a major transformation. And the Six of Cups here, this can indicate someone from the past. I actually feel like in this case, there's a bit of nostalgia that comes along with the Six of Cups. But I actually feel like it's something you've wanted to do for a long time. It's almost like it's something that you've always wanted to do. And now you're like, some way or another, you're figuring out how to do that here. You're taking the pieces available, you're taking the tools available with this Death card and transforming. And it may be that there's a sudden revelation or a shocking piece of information or news or something like that that comes around with this Tower. But at the end of this is leading you to exactly where you want to be going. Let's go ahead and clarify and pick these three cards here, see what wants to come forward. You have the Fool. So love this card. It's interesting. Not a lot of people read the Fool as Aries, but Aries starts off the zodiac wheel. It's number 1. And that's why it's like the leader of the zodiac. That's why you get the Emperor with it. But the Fool starts off the tarot. And so in some ways, I've read that the Fool can also be considered Aries. So it's interesting here that you get kind of your type of energy. But the Fool is really just a powerful new beginning. It's 0. It starts off everything. It says that you're ready to leap forward without attachments to what was or what could have been. And instead, you're allowing the universe to handle the details as you start something new. Yeah, Four of Pentacles here. Don't hang on to what you have too tightly, because that is, by the way, a form of scarcity. And so that's what I feel like maybe is happening here. I feel like finances have been stable for you, but I also feel like maybe there's restriction coming, and that's going to start to open up here. There's some sort of loosening type of energy with this Eight of Wands coming forward, which is accelerated motion. It's good movement ahead, good movement forward. It's having, it's maybe even long distance situations, but it's a quick moving event that brings about good news. So lots of things going on here for you, Aries. Let's go ahead and start to clarify the situation even more. Now, if you're enjoying this, please do hit that like button and subscribe. Helps my channel grow, helps get the word out, spread the message to others. Also, really, Aries, appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope things are going well for you. And check out my website. There's a link to that in the description below. You can sign up for my email list. So let's see what cards want to come forward here for you. Yeah, the Hanged Man, sacrifice. Okay, can't make this up. Number 12 comes before the Death card. We've talked about this the whole time. And this is you giving something up to get something else, okay? Needing to let go, needing to make a change. You're hanging on a little bit too tightly here. And that's going to change in this month for you, Aries, as it relates to your career and finance situation. Yeah, you have the spiritual union, Two of Cups, partnerships potentially. That's actually my favorite romance card, but in a business or a career setting, the Two of Cups can indicate partnerships, working together with another person, a business partnership, teammates, or even marrying skills and ideas and abilities. And you have the Three of Cups here. Very nice. I do feel like there is a situation in this month where it's like you're going to be putting your cups in the air. You're going to be celebrating here at some point in this month. Let's see what these three cards are. Okay, you have Third Eye. Okay, so this is your spiritual vision, your ability to see is associated with the pineal gland. We all have spiritual vision. Another misconception. Some people, don't realize, but you can do something, like you need to be able to see right now. Like even if, how do I say this? You need to be able to see beyond what is physically in your environment and come to a decision. Use your intuition. You have victory and success, which is the Six of Wands, public recognition, and the Eight of Wands again. Love this graphic. Love the way that this card is. Accelerated motion, Eight of Wands. You have it twice here. And so love to see these cards for you. Something coming around here at the end of the month, it seems like. You have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, again, firm foundation, which is once again coming in here. Okay, you had it here. There's a transformation being made around how you view what you have right now. Something around holding on too tightly in this reading. I mean, all of these references to the Hanged Man and the Four of Cups with the Death in the middle, that's just about to change here. And it could be that like you are doing something that is like either untraditional or non-traditional, or just in a way that like maybe your family doesn't understand, something like that. Maybe your father doesn't understand. You have unexpected income, main female, courtship, another four, courthouse, and change. Okay. So, like I said, this death card for me is not about loss. It's not about death, dying, loss, especially because you have this, the card that we got clarified with it is this unexpected income. So if anything, as you let go, as you open up, as you embrace this Eight of Wands energy, this feeling of accelerated motion, more resources and support becomes made available to you. You do have counterparts here with the main male, main female, courtship, which is someone trying really hard to maybe hire you or even try to get you on a project or something like that going on here. Along with this Two of Cups, which is spiritual union, partnerships in business, alliances. And you have a major change on the horizon here. I'm not sure what's going on with that courthouse. It doesn't really resonate for me. Some of you may be dealing with legal as you get the Tower with it, but you have this change card, which is really similar to that death card where it's just big changes on the horizon. I don't think they're negative. I think they're positive. So I love this reading for you, Aries. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. Always grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next one.